Oh wow, my video is not getting captured. Nice. Don't worry, it's back now. Thank you for joining today's stream. Just as usual, today I'm explained and I will talk about one of the biggest concern of today's generation. You can close your eyes and enjoy this video as an audiobook. I make short streams and I go straight to the point. A lot of people tried, applying for jobs. A lot of people trying to go for a relationship. And even right now, some people trying to learn something new. But this generation in present moment, people are actually failing. It's not as strong or not as effective in their performance like before. It's mostly like they don't have any time or something to upgrade themselves. So is it actually they don't have time, or is it like they don't have the patience? This is where the question arises. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have time for relationship, oh, I don't have time for job. So where is the time going to actually? You have 24 hours in your life and every day, and you saying that I don't have time for job, I don't have time for relationships. So what you're spending on? You are not learning any new skills either. So some people say that the inflation, the job we are doing, it takes a lot of time. Don't have time for relationships. I know jobs are pretty tough, but people used to do a lot of things before, back in the days. Okay. You know what's the main reason why we don't have time? And we feel like always in a rush? It's because of social media. This is a thing I think most of the people understand, but let me dig deeper, where people doesn't really get that how social media actually wastes my time and destroys my creativity, or how does it affect my relationship. You see, back in the time, people used to go out for a relationship, like they really meet the people in person. Now, if you don't meet the people in person, then you don't have the extreme interest, Okay. Because when you're using a social media, you are not actually locked in or focused. You are using Facebook, you're using Instagram, you're talking to your partner. This is not focus. Our grandparent didn't do that. When our grandparent talked to their wife, they talked to their wife. They didn't even, have hundreds of work. When they work, they focused on that work. When they eat, they focused on eating, not just eating and watching iPad. So, the social media affects in that way when it comes to lack of productivity. Yeah. Talking about one by one, okay, let's talk about relationships. What is one of the big concern that why it's hard to find love these days and why this or that. Now we know there are bad people outside, but aside bad people, our patience have gone so low. We are not focused enough for a long time. And even if something little bit wrong happens, we just leave the relationship. Okay, I saw my mom and dad had problems so many times, and then they meet up again and again because they had patience to communicate and fix the problem. Now, if you don't have patience, what will happen is you won't fix the problem. And if you don't have time to fix the problem in a relationship, then you have to break relationship and then get another relationship, then another breakup, and the cycle continues. Patience is very important if you want to have a stable and strong relationship. Now, we are not gonna talk about toxic people. That suppose your partner is toxic after all the talking and everything. Then what you can do, you have to leave anyways, right? But what I found these days that people don't have even the patience to talk even. Like they maybe talk for 2 to 5 seconds and then they're gone. Or maybe they talk to 2 to 4 days and then they lose interest. So social media, how it's causing the lack of attention span. It's probably the doom scrolling. You know, the people who scrolls 30-second video. Back in the time, people have time to spend time on streams or look at a 10-minute important document video. But nowadays, people have so lack of patience, they cannot put focus on anything. Not in their relationship, not in their study. If you cannot put focus on your study or relationship or anything, how can you nurture that skill? Because in order to learn a skill, you need to have a lot of calmness. Humans, after doom scrolling for a long time, turns into an ADHD patient. Now they have ADHD, they cannot put focus on eating, they cannot put focus on even looking at a video for 30 seconds. I saw some of my friends have become like that. Like they just keep scrolling and scrolling. I'd be like, what you're doing? It's a 30-second video. Don't you have patience enough to watch a 30-second video? So their attention span has gone very, very low. And if you don't have enough patience, then you cannot dive deep into someone's feelings, dive deep into relationships. So in order to build a career, in order to learn something new, like you want to make a straw hat or you want to build a nice artwork, it requires a lot of time. In order to learn a flute, in order to learn a skill like that, or playing piano, it takes hours and hours of patience. So nowadays what people does, they love to play piano, they buy a piano, and then they be like, fuck it, I don't know how to use that. So they just don't play the piano anymore. Lack of attention span. So aside toxic people, I know that nowadays people does these mind games, gaslighting, love bombing. Then some people play with their partner's feelings, you know. They just try to get attention, that's it. But they don't actually feel love or want them actually. Yeah, play victim card, I know this. But these are all toxic people. Our topic today is not about toxic people. But our topic today is about you. That the main problem you might have in relationship nowadays is the lack of patience. My mom and dad are together for more than over 30 years. In the 30 years of life, they had so much problems, so many fights. But they still love each other, they're still staying together. That's nothing but pure patience and pure understanding. Now, in order to understand or learn something, you need to have a calm mind. You need to have a focused mind, a mindfulness, as the spiritual people say, that make your mind empty, and when you do something, you mix with that thing. So this generation people want to do that. They just want profit and have very little attention span. Yeah. And that's the reason they have lack in creativity. I know that I remember my grandma spent whole month, not just one day, whole month to knit those things. Needs the floor mattress. It takes a lot of skills, a lot of patience to grow that or build that. But she did it because, she was focused into it. So if you want to build relationship or build job, of course you need skills. But the main thing we are lacking these days is attention span. Look, we should get rid of things which destroys our time. I look at my screen time and I saw that I used to watch Facebook, waste my time on Facebook and Instagram for like 5 to 6 hours every day. Now I just deleted them, and now I have enough time to do things. Stream, I have enough time to sleep. I have enough time to do a research on internet about a topic. Okay? Then I have some hobbies like journaling and some collections and stuff. So these hobbies are important. Then I have enough time to go outside and take a walk. But when you use social media, you feel so stressed, like you are doing everything quickly. And it increases your stress, it increases your cortisol level. And if your brain is all the time imbalanced, you cannot focus. Now the thing why relationships nowadays are falling apart. I don't see any patience in them. Something wrong happens, then they're gone forever. They don't destined to build a family or yeah. And the social medias are teaching people some toxic traits like how to be alpha, how to walk away. These are weird things. You should walk away from people if only that person is bad. Like that person didn't help you out, or you talk with them but nothing is happening. Then you should walk away. So, if right now on the activities, the ways to improve your love life or your productivity. Some people in this earth are still confused with the things that why I'm failing. Well, social media is one of the biggest reason. If you are just doom scrolling, then it's a problem. But if you're really learning something from social media, then it's a blessing. So understand that, and you have only one life, so don't let it go in vain, and try to grow patience. Yeah. It won't happen so easily because you've been doom scrolling maybe for a long time. You will be addicted. You can try by uninstalling first of all. What I did, I uninstalled my social media. Then you will see slowly and slowly your attention is growing, your patience is growing. And patience is a must if you want to get successful. Yeah. So look at my stream. Not everybody has patience to come until now. If you have patience to come until now, congratulations, your attention span is pretty strong. Uh, so slowly, little by little, try to grow yourself. No need to rush. But you need to fix the damage, what you have already done by scrolling. Alright? Every day taking hours of time from you, nothing else. It's unacceptable, right? If you guys have any problems, let me know in the comment section. I always try to help people out with their problems in life. Feel free to reach out, and as always, I would help you with any problem that recently comes in, be it spiritual, be it mental or physical. After coming to Earth, everybody is a bit confused, and my purpose is to tell them the reason, because if you know the reason of your problem, you can solve it by yourself. To be honest, you're intelligent enough to solve it. So the reason you're failing in relationship, if I ask about yourself, that can be lack of patience. You need to learn to leave the social media and spend time on your hobbies. This will trick your brain to become more creative and learn to relax. Alright, don't push yourself too hard. Patience doesn't require stress, patience doesn't require hard work. Patience means you calmly doing it. There's no rush. But those social media, those 30-second video, these videos are making you into a stressful human being. So everything you want nowadays, everything you want quick. You want your things to be quick. You want your deliveries to come quick. You want people to fall for you quickly. Yeah, you want every result to be quick. You start a business, you start a YouTube channel, you want a quick result. But nothing good grows quickly. Thank you for coming in. I hope from the stream you will learn something new. And if you have missed something, you can just rewind the video again. And until that moment, have a good one. See you.